Well, well, well. Welcome everybody to the big grid spa race. And hopefully my computer does not crash this time out. Because last time it definitely did. Well, what can I say? The biggest grid we have ever seen so far in this league at all. And let's just announce that we are indeed going live for this event. And well, surprisingly, there are people that are able to do some good laps. Christian Muller taking provisional pole already with a 17.73. Philip Traziak 17.78. Benjamin X 17.78 as well. And Sebastian Stolishik, the person that we are spectating right now, is 17.9. So doing pretty well, and I think all of them driving in the Honda, which is, well, not surprising at all, as the Honda is a pretty strong car around this track. Now, if we're just able to switch between cars, that'll be very good. But until then, we can have a look at how Gabriel Cripese is going to be starting his lap. And, well, to put it in perspective, there is about 60 cars on the grid or on the server right now. And if you were to do the maths, that would be around 116 meters between each car if they were spaced apart evenly. So not a lot of space at all. Not a lot of room for mistakes, not a lot of space to be battling, but that is why we do this. We love a bit of fun. Or not a bit of fun, a lot of fun. And this is exactly what the event will do. Sebastian Stolishik just having to traverse the mass amount of cars on the grid, and actually let's have a look if more people have joined. Because last time out there was about 59 cars, which is still a massive amount. Let's see if we have reached the 60 mark. No, not yet, but the 59 as well. Still a lot of cars. Two people, I think, have disqualified themselves because they do want to do a last to first challenge, or last to last challenge in this case. It is Camille Taha and Pocholo Domano. Both disqualifying themselves, hoping that they could enjoy the view from the rear. And I would be doing the same if I was participating in this event. Because it's definitely a lot more fun to be starting last and then going and see where you can finish. Dmitry Boldyerov is the driver that we're spectating right now. For some reason going way off the track and possibly letting someone through. Oh, there was a collision, but we skip that as Benjamin X sets the fastest lap of a 17.3. Very respectable lap time, that's for sure. And it was Adrian Bordon and Dmitry Boldyerov that collided. But Benjamin Eck with a 17.3. I have no clue how people are able to set such crazy lap times with so much traffic in front of them, but nevertheless, kudos to all of them that were able to do that. But right now we're looking at Mark Campen, a Ferrari driver. And it looks like he might be improving on his lap time just a little bit. His fastest lap time so far, to 19.1. And well, he'll be hoping to improve that over the course of this qualifying. Here's Michael Thomas as well in the Lamborghini, the only Lamborghini driver on the grid today. And well, that makes sense why. The Lamborghini not too great on this track, and well, it looks like he's actually pulling over to the side of the track, letting some of the cars through, and going to be starting his lap time after he does a little bit of a burnout. I'm not sure what that's all about. And here is Vgtr Rambouts, another Honda driver. A lot of Honda drivers joining us on the grid today. That is purely because the Honda is a very, very good car around this track. Also, you'll find it a bit surprising, there is 22 BMWs out there today, as we get our 60th driver, Nick Stick, to join, and that causes a bit of a lag spike. And as you can see, a whole, I'd say 14 drivers not able to set a lap time yet. And that makes sense. Maybe we can have a look at where Ape Santama is so far. I cannot see him anywhere. Oh, Ape Santama is in the pits. And, well, that's actually, we can have a look at how big the grid is. Well, the pits actually start from this side. This is one of the first times we see this side of the track being utilized on Spa. As you can see, Ape Santama occupying some of the last spots. But not only that, it goes all the way round and round over to here, as looks like another Vgtr Esport car in the pit lane. But look at all of that. So many cars in the pit lane. And so many spaces being used. And you see Declan Bowler only, well, it is a 219.7, but it's putting him in 32nd place. I definitely wouldn't be able to qualify too far up the grid here. And, ooh, Hans Koh setting a 216.9. And what car are they driving is the big question here. Must be something very, very fast, or you know what, I'll be very surprised if it's a Porsche or something. No, it is a Honda as they crash into someone exits in the pits. And what is that? Oh, and another person crashing. Oh, everybody going off the track. Everybody wanting a bit of the action already. Gabriel Crepezzi was going up the hill, and well, this is going to be another point of action. There's going to be a lot of people going off the track and possibly colliding up the hill through Radulon and a Rouge. Yusupov always just completing his lap time. Declan Bowler going into the pits. There is 8 minutes to go. I'm not sure how many people will be doing their lap times. Adrian Bourdon, he is 3/10 up on his 18.0, and this will put him quite a long way up. This will put him, I think, up into 6th place, if not even 7th. Can he finish this lap, though? As Philip Drazek behind him also starting to improve, so maybe he won't get ahead of him. And as he comes through the final bus stop chicane, he's already 5/10 up. And Adrian Bourdon, he's going to jump from 10th all the way up into 10th place? No, into 6th place. There he is. Adrian Bourdon up into 6th place as Sebastian Sonchik just goes up through a Rouge into Radulon. And oh, there's a bit of a moment. There's a bit of a moment as Anthony Husseig's also now coming up the hill. And not having such a harsh moment like Sebastian Solostic did. Adrian Bourdon up in 6th place, as we said. He's driving the BMW just like 22 other people are. The BMW being a very popular pick, however not the quickest car on Spa at all. So I'm not really sure why it's so popular around this track. Well, it is easy to drive, that's for sure, but not the quickest. Not the quickest is what I can say. Maybe you can have a look at Tommy Brown and wherever he is. I know he's driving a pretty good car. And there he is. He's driving the Bean Aston Martin. It is very bright. He's sponsored by Heinz Beans. Down in 44th place with a 221.7. And I think that's actually one of his personal bests, though. Still down in 44th out of a whole 61 people right now. Well, I don't think he's going to be too unhappy with that, since starting further down the back will probably yield you more positions at the start, which is what he's going to be hoping to capitalize on. And there is Pavel Morev. There's another car. Crashes coming out of the pits. It's very hard. It's very easy to do so, since it is very bumpy on the outside. Adrian Bourdon has got himself up into 2nd place with a 17.2. That was his last personal best in his last lap as well. And may he be improving to try and get ahead of Hans Koh. Well, we'll only find out, as there's only 4 minutes to go until the end of the qualifying session. And the person in front of him just going off, and I think Adrian Bourdon is not going to be improving this time out. He's messed up coming through Lacombe. Down into whatever that is. Through No Name. And he's got it under control, but I feel like this is going to be one of his in-laps. So not going too quick yet. Christian Muller, yellow flag. They're just letting some other cars through. And going to be starting their, well, one of their final laps, I feel. One of their final flying laps. And we see Brian O'Sullivan in 47th place. Just trying to improve on their lap time, though I don't think it is going to be an improvement. Here is Britt Batiste in the McLaren, out of all cars, in validating his lap time. He's down in 37th. He's still got time for one more lap, one more flying lap, if he's able to do so. Though I think he's still in the Aston, actually. Yeah, I can hear the V8 roar. Still down in 37th with 220.0. As you can see, the gaps between the cars is minuscule over here, except from about 11th to 12th, where it is a 5/10th gap from Eric Gazelle to Alfred Di Natale. Eric Gazelle doing a 17.8, Alfred Di Natale at 18.3. Two very good times still, but a massive gap between them. And then from there on, it is small, 100th of a second gap, just like from Antonin Dobrovolska to Alexander Goltsev. It's only a 5,000th of a second gap. And it looks like Antonin Dobrovolska not able to improve this time out either, and he's going to have to try and push for his final flying lap, as he has to let go the Aston Martin. And I think actually Antonin coming into the pits now, well, he's not going to have another flying lap that he'll be able to do, and that is going to be his qualifying over. And he'll be hoping that this man over here, Alexander Goltsev, does not improve his lap time. So far he's not, but he is going about neutral to his delta. Eric Gazelle so far not improving, and he's actually spun. That's a perfect 360 so far though. Perfect 360, well done to Eric Gazelle. Brian O'Sullivan starting his final lap. And for a second, there was somebody doing a purple lap. I'm not sure who, but there was somebody going 2.2 seconds quicker. No, sadly invalidating their lap time. And Brian O'Sullivan going just that 1/10 quicker. Behind him, though, Anthony Camacho going 3/10 quicker. And our grid numbers growing to now a massive 62 cars. Ooh, Anthony Camacho spinning on the exit of that corner, and that is going to be his hopes of a faster lap time gone. And that is actually Hans Koh who's doing a purple lap time. He's going just about 1/10 quicker right now. We'll see what that turns out to be, as Kirill Mazepin, a very good name by the way, just about ending his lap time soon. And what can I say? This man over here, Hans Koh, he's trying his absolute best to get a quicker lap time, because Maxim Komasaik was going and is going a 10th quicker, and if he's able to hook up a lap, it'll make him 3/10 quicker. He'll be ahead of Hans Koh and possibly rob him of provisional or of pole position. But Hans Koh, he knows that Maxim is able to do that, and he is going 2/10 quicker than his time, and he's actually off. He's off the track. So all eyes on Maxim Komasaik, who is going a 10th quicker right now. He needs 2 more tenths in this lap in order to go ahead of Hans Koh and take pole position for the big grid event. And so far, it does not seem too good for Maxim. And maybe Hans Koh can relax just a bit, lay back and piece together some sort of strategy. Well, not really a strategy, since there are no mandatory pit stops today. It's all just a sprint. I don't think Maxim will be setting a quicker lap time here. Kirill Mazepin, though, he's going 5/10 quicker, which might put him... Hold on, he was going purple for a second there. Oh, and this one might put him in P2. Oh, he misses out on P2 just by 100th of a second. And actually, Maxim Komasaik was going purple, and he invalidated his lap time. I have no clue why. Oh, that is unlucky. I'm not sure why Maxim did not continue his lap. He was just going 4/10 quicker. We can maybe have a look at what people are saying. There's nobody saying anything, but that is your grid for today. It is Hans Coe who takes pole position. Out of anybody, well, out of everybody that could have had it, Hans Coe able to fight through the traffic and take P1. Behind him, Maxim Komazayak was so close to getting that pole position, sadly missing out by 2/10. Kirill Mazepin nearly getting onto the front row, missing it out by 1/100th of a second. And next to him, Christian Muller. Then it's Adrian Bourdon, Benjamin Eck, Rai Cooper, Sebastian Solstick, Luke Crofts, and Philip Draser completing the top 10. Then Eric Gazelle with a 17.8 in the Ferrari. One of the only Ferrari. Well, some of the only Ferraris here. Then it is Alfred Di Natale, Niklas Vevhar, Samuel Karl, Shok Bosbek Yusupov, and then it is Gabriel Kripezi, Mark Campen, if I'm able to load it in. Okay. Mark Campen, Anthony Huzeix, Antonin Dobrovolska, Alexander Goltsev. He just merely missed out on getting ahead of Antonin Dobrovolska. Then in a Siege Engine, Britt Batiste, Vladislav Alexievich, Mael Hate, Ganahari Hutama, Pavel Moreyev, Dmitry Boldarev, David Dimitrov, Charlie Kent, Zach Semerel, and we're only halfway through. Then it is Sally Corbin, Stefan Zimmerman, Lethal Bread, Olid Kanchouch, Declan Bowler, Yanis Pusmakans, Big Revelation, Justin Sang, Brendan Pierce, Zachar Konov, Limpar Bertold, Enzo Santasiero, Michael Thomas, Tommy Brown with his Bean car, then it is Brian O'Sullivan, Anthony Camacho, Leon Ken, Ayrton Senna, Timo Thunidgut, Mason Jensen, Wilson Fernandez, Ricky Polomeni, Viardi Rambouts, Andreas Kleinwachter, Felipe Silveira, Mika Luhoff, Luke Mason, Jadiminas Jurgutis, who's in the pits for some reason, and I can't load the game again, Pacholo Domano, Nick Stick, Camille Taha, and to round this grid off, Abe Santama. Jesus Christ, it is such a massive grid. We can actually have a look from the top-down view. Look at all of that. They are, well, nearly towards turn 1. If we did have all 80 cars on the grid, there would be around here. But, actually, no, I'm lying. Probably about here on this line. But Abe Santama, all the way back here, he'll be able to actually see if anybody goes hog wild over on a Rouge. And actually, it's the 3 VGTR cars starting last. Here is another VGTR car of Anthony Camacho. And then we can go back up to Britt Batiste and Eric Gazelle, who doesn't have a VGTR livery, but there he is, starting 11th. Which is the highest position that we are starting at right now. Well, got a couple minutes to spare. Maybe we can go in and have a look at what our drivers have to say. Abe. You have... Abe.
Okay, never mind. Being out of the VC is boring.
Abe, you have, like, you're starting last.
Tommy.
You're starting last, Abe.
Yes.
How do you feel?
Kinda intentional.
I'll just take it safe or not safe. I think I'm just gonna send it everywhere.
You're gonna send it everywhere.
I am moving so far out of your way.
Good.
I have one goal, and that's to be facing forwards for the whole race. Like, if I can achieve that, I'm happy. I'd be dead last. I'll be happy with that.
I'm sending it.
Don't you dare endanger that.
I didn't even know.
If I'm like 2 seconds behind you, I'll just send it, bro.
No. I'm not even taking corners when you're near me. I'm going straight to the runoff, bro.
When you see my name, just park it.
Pretty much.
Hey, good luck, everyone. Please survive.
I
Yeah,
do
good
want to
luck.
see though.
There's no mandatory pit stop, right?
No mandatory pit stop.
No, mental.
I can just vibe. I don't have to do shit.
Yeah, this is gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna make it till the end with my few.
I don't know.
Ape, don't forget a few safe mapping information lab, then you probably get it.
Hansco has just started his formation lap. I want to see how long it takes for Ape Sentiment to start.
Wait,
his.
how does formation lab work? How do I do
Yeah, how
this?
long is this gonna take? This is gonna take ages.
How do
It
you
is.
guys even get to your starting position?
Well, it should say. It will say.
I see cars.
I'm
moving.
waiting.
Yeah.
waiting.
What the fuck? I see
This is how long
movement
it's gonna take, bro.
in the distance.
I'm waiting.
Ape, I'm already through Rouge, where are you?
Oh,
He's
I'm
still
not
standing
moving, I'm
still.
not moving.
I'm almost gonna go.
Ape, I'm through Rouge, where are you?
Look at the
Almost. It's close.
look at the map. They're already towards the
Look at
Cove
the
chicane,
map. Oh.
and you're still standing still. That's
And
crazy.
Almost.
Yeah.
Who's not moving?
Oh,
I'm
you guys.
finally going, bro. Look at the map. It's just the whole top of the map is full of cars.
So ridiculous.
I'm gonna
Wait, where
But
am I
there's still people in the
starting?
pits.
Is everyone speeding or something?
I don't know. A couple people are. Mine
Oh
just says
my
to say-
gosh. Hey, when we go double file, you're gonna have to haul ass.
Oh, if it's gonna go double file, I have to like race till the.
Yeah, you're gonna
To
have
make
to
it.
fly to the front. Yeah.
Ape, you need to drive a hot lap.
Yeah, I need to drive hot. Oh, someone has 35 liters. He fucked it
Oh no, that is tragic.
It's F, bro. F in the chat.
Big F.
I will try to save as much fuel as I can in the formation lab.
Box.
There's
What's
actually
the fastest lap, bro?
There's so many people in the pits. There is what
There's
is that?
loads of them.
6 people in the pits
There's
at least.
3.
No, there's 6. At least on my screen it says 6.
I'm P64.
I'm
Don't mind
P11,
me.
Ape, what are you doing?
Bro, if I overtake you on this race.
Alright, you guys have fun. Any
I'll have
predictions?
fun,
Hold
yeah.
on. Any predictions? Yeah. Any bold predictions?
I think I'll be top 3.
You think you'll be top 3, Tommy? Come on.
That's.
Come on. That's like wishing
I'm
for
calling
dragons,
podium.
bro. Come on.
I know it's not a good mindset, but you know, I just think it's probably the best I can achieve today.
No, okay. Well,
Yeah, I want a top 50 finish.
top 50.
I'm gonna say
Yep.
top 64.
I will say top 15 finish.
If I'm not
I'm
last,
impressed.
I'll take it. I want to finish. I want to finish ahead of the guy who's only got 35 liters of fuel. That's my goal.
Jesus.
He's just driving in each other now.
Alright, well, I'm ahead of. Hopefully, you guys don't die.
Well,
Go
they almost died,
VGTR. Go VGTR.
Yeah, good luck, boys.
Yeah, we're all the way from the back.
Well, they seem awfully positive. And we just spectate Eric Gazelle as they come, well, not all of them come through the final couple of turns. We'll probably go with Hans Ko for the start. And as you can see in the minimap above, it does not seem too fair. There's a big gap forming, so I'm not sure what's going on. They're going to be going double file soon. And we'll see. Well, actually, I would love to watch the start from the back, because I feel like Hansco will be pretty good through the first couple of corners. And, well, he is the one that qualified up there, but we can probably have a look from Tommy Brown, who is just making his way to the bus stop chicane, and a lot of people having to race towards the front in order to make it into the position. And look at that, people literally phasing through each other trying to get there, and we'll see how far everybody else starts, because it is going to go green after La Source, which is the first corner. And look at that, actually everybody bunching up just about within. You can see Abe Santima just about there in the background. Nobody's going to be starting behind the bus stop chicane, but people are definitely going to be starting after turn 1. Or before turn 1. There's Tommy Brown. Well, it says on the back, you have been beamed. And he's going to be hoping for a good start here. As it is going to be green flags waved soon. And it is waved as we get a going for the big grid event. And you can see everybody whizzing past. And anybody, well, if anybody's going to have a big moment here, it's going to be in the mid-pack. We're going up through a Rouge, down through Radalon. Is there going to be a massive bit of contact? No, there isn't. Look at that. Everybody going so well. And oh no, there's already a massive pile up. No. Oh, I'd say the bottom 20 cars all getting mashed like potatoes. Oh, and it's just getting worse. No, I'm just not sure. I'm sure anybody could have predicted that. And everybody coming into the pits, and well, there's already such a massive gap, but we can have a look towards the front. Yeah, I'm sure anybody could have predicted a massive crash. But look at that, they're going side by side through No Name, and they're going to be heading towards Poo side by side as well. They're trying to go 3 wide. And holy jeez. Holy cheese. Oh, there is a Lexus just going wide. I think they've been tagged. And a lot of people going wide through Poo. There is Britt Batiste up in the front as well. And he's getting swamped by the BMW. My app not working too correctly, so apologies if the deltas are a bit off. But Britt Batiste actually holding on. He's in 19th place. Limpar Berthold fell down quite a lot, and I think as well for a lot of people. We can have a look at the positions gain in just a little bit. There we go. Ry Cooper, he fell down 31 positions at the start. Gabriel Cripezzi, 44 position last. He started 16th, and now he's all the way down in 60th. I think that is where the whole thing catalyzed. I think it was about from 16th place and down. People started colliding together, but here is Antonin Dobrovolska. He started in this position, actually. He's one of the only people to not gain and not lose anything. Britt Batiste, he's getting very close, and he's actually ahead of Vladislav Alekseyevich. He was going alongside him for just a little bit. And he's going to try and go round the outside into La Source. As Vladislav Alekseyevich nearly collected Charlie Kent. And now, behind him, well, he's got a very hungry BMW who might be going down the inside here. No, he's not. He's going to have to stay behind him as... Who is that? Oh, Adrian Bourdon. Eric Gazelle. Oh my god, it's part 2 of the crash. As people are now all over the track and nobody holding their brakes at all. Well, holy. This couldn't have gone any worse. Still 61 people, but 16 people in the pits. It's a long repair time. As Britt Batiste, he's up from 19th to 8th in just 1 lap. As he's got Charlie Kent and Anthony Hussex all bombing him. Trying to get the position, as Anthony Hussex lost a lot of it and now ahead of Charlie Kent. Philip Drazik, he's falling down. He's on the side of the track. What is going on over here? Batiste up into 9th place. This has been a pretty good climb for him. He's gone up 13 positions. And we can have a look. Limpar Berthold went up 24 positions. Nick Stick up 31 positions. He's the biggest climber over the space of 2 laps, and he's going to be overtaking everybody who's got damage, which I think is everybody, to be fair. Abe Santima was involved in some sort of accident. He's in the pits right now. And, well, the number of people in the pits is only growing. There's 20 people there now. But Hansko still keeping it pretty nice and safe. I bet someone will dive bomb. Yeah, well, you were definitely correct. So many people absolutely everywhere. Already 1 minute of damage for Camille Taha. He was involved in that massive collision up on the straight. And I mean, you can't really follow any battles over here. We can try and do so if we can get onto the broadcast. And Nick Stick, he's already up into 27th place. And he's only going to be going up more as Alexander Goltsov was involved in some sort of accident up through Blanchimont. And now Nick Stick up into 25th. Another person coming into the pits. That is Luke Crofts. And another person behind Nick Stick, that is Corbin and Alexander Goltsov, Philip Drazik, all coming into the pits. And is there a fight for P1? Yes, there is. Christian Muller and Hans Koh getting very close to each other indeed. And there's already a back marker in front of them. I think that is Abe Santama, for all I can see. Or maybe Anthony Camacho. Whoever is out of the pits. That is all we know. Mark Campen falling down the grid. That is given Limpar Bertol, Declan Bowler, Pavel Moraev, and all of them a big chunk of positions, as Limpar Bertol is just in the background over here trying to fight for survival. I think that's the correct way of putting it, that's for sure. Limpar Bertold falling a bit behind Declan Bowler, as Declan Bowler is starting to fall behind Pavel Moraev. And, well, it's definitely not tires that you need to manage in this race. It's how much carbon you can keep on your car, because a lot of people with a lot of damage, and a lot of people probably not going to be able to finish this race, at least the way that they wanted. Let's see if there's any retirements so far. We started this race with 60 people, currently a 2-person retirement. Limpar Bertol getting much closer to Declan Bowler, as up in front, Pavel Moraev and Masi Hate both battling. A lot of people coming into the pits. Again, Abe Santama up into 29th place after having so much things going on. Luke Mason trying to battle with Enzo Santasiero. Up into a Puon they go. You can't really see how much damage either of them have, but we'll assume that they do. It's me, Splat Gaming. Well, hello, Luke Mason down the inside. And, well, Enzo Santasiero not able to have any sort of answer to that. And Luke Mason up ahead now, up into 27th place. And we can have a look in front of them. Oh, Micha Luhov coming together with Justin Sang. It looks like they're going side by side into turn 1. Round the outside. I don't think he can do much there, but maybe try and go for a switcheroo. I'll have the car high ground. Well, that is interesting to know. It must be a Bentley if you got the high ground. Justin Swang, though, coming a bit closer to Gediminas Jurgutis. Jeez, it is. And what game is this? This is Assetto Corsa Competizione. A racing game, a racing simulator. But we just like to mess around on it. Camille Taha behind Yanis Pusmakans. Yeah, Camille Taha did have a minute of damage, but now he's able to recover. It's still back up into 33rd. He's going to be hoping to make it up into 32nd. I wish I had this model. Well, it is a lot of fun. That's all I can say. Camille Taha, though, 3/10 away as they come towards the chicane. He's not going to be able to make a move there, but maybe he can get a better exit and get him on the exit, but I don't think he will be. I'll be hoping to get... I'm on model by. Okay. Camille Taha just getting a bit of a worse exit there. As Yanis Pusmakans able to pull away from Kamil Taha. Possibly some damage for Kamil Taha. Or maybe Yanis Pusmakan's just able to go that much quicker. And neither Kamil Taha or Yanis Pusmakan's able to finish a valid lap time, though. I think Yanis is going to be able to do one right now. And oh, Yanis Pusmakan's, he's round. And that gives Kamil Taha the position. And Sebastian Sonstick and Michal Luhov both coming into the pits. We can see if we have any more retirements. Yes, we do. We have 5 people who have retired, which is still pretty good for considering the amount of carnage that we had on the first lap and in the second lap and all the laps so far. It's still very good that we only have a 5-person retirement. Felipe Silviera, he's in a bit of a battle with Mark Campen, the Ferrari in front of him. And, well, that Ferrari has got a Honda in front of them as Ganahari Hutama trying to battle with Limpar Bertol. It's actually the 2 seasoned drivers battling yet again. They found each other on track. And, well, they're going to be in a good battle as we've seen them in Season 7 as well. Battling pretty well. There's Felipe Silviera. Well, he might be trying to go down the inside here into Puon. Will he be able to get the gap to Bill? No, he won't. But looks like Mark Campen actually left the door wide open. And is he ahead of him? Yes, he is. Before they even come through the chicane, Felipe Silviera able to claim a 19th place, and Britt Batiste getting passed by Dmitry Boldierov. Very unlucky stuff there. Limpar Bertol also getting passed by Ganahari Hutama. Looks like he's made a mistake though, which put him on the back foot. Britt Batiste round the outside. Can he try and get him into the chicane here? Dmitry Boldierov battling so well, and ooh, I don't know what that was, but here comes Britt Batiste. They make contact, but that is just a bit of door-to-door racing in the GT3s. Can Britt Batiste get him round the outside here? Maybe he'll get the old switcheroo. And oh, the Lexus holding his line so well. Britt Batiste having to let go. And, well, behind him, he's got Masi Hade, who's going to be pretty hungry for that position for the top 10. As Britt Batiste trying to hang on to the back of Dmitry Boldierov, who's trying to catch Vladislav Alexievich in front of him. It looks like Britt Batiste gets in a better exit out of Radulon. And who's that on the side of the track? Well, I think that might be Anthony Camacho. Britt Batiste, though, he's going to be pulling just to the side of Dmitry Boldierov, and maybe he'll be able to make the move here. And yes, he does, ahead of Dmitry Boldierov. And now behind Dmitry, he's got Masi Hade. Who's that? They had contact. Masi Hade and Dmitry Boldierov coming together. And it's not lucky for him at all. Battling for one position at one time, and now, well, turned all the way around as Britt Batiste now has Anthony Husakes in his sight, as Vladislav Alexievich was just able to get past him a bit ago. Britt Batiste around Puon. Can he try and get the better exit here to get a move down the inside? I'm not sure he'll be able to do that, but he can try and close that gap so he can get him into the bus stop chicane. Both cars equal on the top speed, though the Aston Martin definitely better on traction. And oh, as I say that, Britt Batiste breaking that traction, not able to hold the car straight, and that is definitely going to hurt his chance here to get him into the bus stop chicane. Behind them, they got Ganahari Hutama and Zach Semerel and Limpar Berthold all locked in a battle for 15th place, or for 14th place. And both Zach Semerel and Ganahari Hutama going very wide, and they're going to be going side by side into Blanchimont. Can Ganahari Hutama get around the outside? And oh, that is such a good move, as Zach Semerel is now going to be under pressure from Limpar Berthold behind him, going round the outside into the bus stop chicane. Zach Semerel, oh, it's not a race that he would like to remember. Losing 2 positions in the space of 2 corners. But maybe he can get Limpar Bertold into this next corner. Sadly, I don't think that will be the case. Antonin Dobrovolska and Pavel Moraev coming together somewhere in this lap. And that will put Masi Hatter right on their rear bumper. You can actually cut to that battle. There he is, Antonin Dobrovolska. Is he already getting past? Well, he's trying to go round the outside of Pavel Moraev here into the Lacombe chicane. Masi Hatter will be hoping that these guys collide. And who is that on the side of the track? Wow. Now, it was one of the Vgtr esport cars. Not sure what happened there. Antonin Dobrovolska, though, trying to hang on to the back of Pavel Moraev as they come through No Name and into Puwan. I'm not sure there's just going to be enough time or enough space to get ahead, but Masi Hatter behind him, and he has gained a lot of time. And Antonin Dobrovolska just falling behind Pavel Moraev. Not able to do much to catch up, but Ry Cooper, he's had a terrible start to the race. He did drop at one time 33 positions. Well, now he's up to 10th and battling for 9th with Declan Bowler. As they're going to be coming towards Blanchimont. And I feel like that Honda definitely having the straight line advantage. Look at that. He's gained so much time already. He might be trying to go for the inside if Declan Bowler does not cover it. And yes, he doesn't. Ry Cooper able to send the attack and ahead of Declan Bowler. No, they make contact. Declan Bowler. Oh, Declan Bowler unfolding his own race. Definitely his fault at that, or at least it looks like from the commentary screen. He's not done too well to keep that battle alive. Mile Hatte. Oh, there's Mile Hatte, not Masi Hatte. Whoops. Mile Hatte, he was getting closer to the back of Antonin Dobrovolska. Though now falling over behind Brit Batiste. He's yet again very close to the back of Anthony Huzeix. And he might be going round the outside here into the Lacombe chicane. This is a very hard move to pull off. But Brit Batiste, can he go down the inside here? No, he makes contact. Anthony Huzeix, though, able to hang on to his car. And Brit Batiste, oh, well, he's getting a bit too spiky and too aggressive. Brit Batiste, though, he's not going to be given up too easily, as he still wants to extract as much as he can from this race. He's only 8th, but he can definitely feel himself going up into 7th as Anthony Huzeix is getting caught up in a bit of traffic in front of him. He's got a black Aston Martin who's holding him up, and that is giving Brit Batiste the best chance so far to catch up to the back of Anthony Huzeix. He's already gained a whole 3 tenths as they're going to be coming towards the straight finish line, or no, just the back straight towards Blanchimont. Brit Batiste having a bit of a worse exit than Anthony Huzeix, not able to get that acceleration, but Anthony Huzeix getting a bit frustrated behind that black Aston Martin, not letting him past. We can have a look actually here. Brit Batiste now going to be way behind Anthony Huzeix, trying to overtake that black Aston Martin. Now he's fallen back all the way. 1.2 seconds behind Anthony Huzeix. Wilson Fernandez, though, he's 4 tenths away from Limpar Bertold, another seasonal driver. And behind them, they've got another bit of a battle, I think that is with Anthony Camacho. Wilson Fernandez tried to go round the outside off the source. Well, and this is definitely going to give Limpar Bertolt a bit of a wake-up call to try and defend. As they're going to be coming up through a Rouge and into Radalon. And behind them, Anthony Camacho battling away with another Honda. There's Wilson Fernandez now. He's going to be keeping the straight line slipstream and pulling off to the side, round the outside. Limpar Bertolt looking like he gave that position away. And not wanting to fight too much with Wilson Fernandez. Antonin Dobrovolska finally getting closer to the back of Pavel Moraev. As he's got for company a Ferrari. I'm not even sure what that Ferrari is doing, since they are supposed to be just blue flagged, not fighting with the faster guys, and that has given Antonin Dobrovolska a bit of... he's on the back foot now. This Massi Hatta is going to be trying to go for an overtake. You can have a look as well if more people have retired, and it does seem like that. There is 8 people who have retired from this race so far. The race has only been for 20 minutes, though still a whole 8 retirements. Well, I would have expected much more after that lap 1 incident and lap 2 incident and all the incidents in the race. Now we can hopefully get to Justin Sang over here. He's in a battle, but Felipe Silviera, he was trying to go around the outside of Ganehari Hutama into the bus stop chicane. Can he get the inside? No! He crashes Ganehari Hutama. And now Ganehari Hutama, well, he's going to have a lot of damage. He's not going to be falling too many positions yet, as it looks like him and Limpar Bertolt coming together as well. And Rai Cooper as well coming out of the pits. Did he come out of the pits, or did he just have a moment? It looks like he had a moment, because now Britt Batiste up into 8th place yet again. And Hansco able to keep a very dominant lead. And now, actually, well, for the first time ever, I can say that the grid is starting to spread apart. And I don't see any battles apart from Mail Ahate. There he is. We can have a look at him. He's battling with Antonin Dobrovolska, and he's already gone down the inside and able to overtake him for 11th place. Behind him, he's got Felipe Silviera, who's going to be trying to get him. Maybe we can just chill out. Yeah, so much going on. It's a bit of an overload. And it's Justin Sang as well in a bit of a battle with Declan Bowler. Wilson Fernandez, as you can see behind him, there's a bit of a battle as well. The Honda trying to overtake under blue flags. I'm not sure what he's doing. Alfred Di Natale into the pits as well. Wilson Fernandez, well, he is seeing whatever this battle is behind him. I'm not even sure it's a battle for position. Declan Bowler, I'm sure the game could have picked a better way of showing this. There he is. Down the inside into the source. Able to get ahead of Justin Sang, the fellow Mercedes driver. And Justin Sang sadly not able to keep up with Declan Ballor so far, and falling a bit behind us. Declan Ballor now, well, he's going to be trying to go for another overtake here on Zach Semerel, and well, that was a pretty easy one into the Lacombe chicane. Declan Ballor up into 19th place now, and well, going up the field seems too easy for him, but Zach Semerel is trying to make it hard. He's going to be trying to go down the inside here into No Name. They might make contact, no they don't. Justin Sang though behind them, also getting a bit of this action as Rai Cooper coming together with Ganahari Hutama. Ganahari Hutama not having the best race at all today, as behind Declan Ballor. Justin Sang might be trying to go for an overtake on Zach Semerel. No, Zach Semerel able to defend it quite well through Puon. And we could just have a look at the back instead of focusing on Declan Ballor. Justin Sang not able to do anything there. We can definitely ramp up and get a better exit here if Zach Semerel tries to go defensive. He gets his wheels just a bit in the gravel, but Justin Sang not able to capitalize on that too much. I think this battle is close to over, as we can have a look at Luke Crofts, who's in a battle with Brendan Pierce. It is one of the only Porsches out on the track today, and well, there is a reason behind that. The Porsche not really good on this track at all. Too many big straights. It loses out to the rest of the cars, as you can see here. He's 3/10 behind. He's in the slipstream, but he won't be gaining, and he might even lose time to Brendan Pierce, as they're going to be coming towards the Lacombe chicane. Luke Crofts will not be able to do anything. Camille Taha involved in an accident again, and he is now falling a bit behind. And well, I might have spoken too early about Luke Crofts. He will be going down the inside here into the no-name corner, and well, for some reason cutting off that battle, and Luke Croft getting ahead. And here is Abe Santama. He's up into 24th place. He's gained quite a bit of positions. He's gained actually 34 positions. He started 58th. Camille Taha gaining 37 positions. He started absolutely last. And actually, the person to gain the most positions so far, Jediminas Yurgutis, 42 position gain. No, scrap that. Felipe Silveira, 44 position gain so far in this race, and we'll be hoping to gain even more, as he's going to be seeing the battle of Antonin Dobrovolska and Mile Hatte in front of him. Both in the BMW, both pretty equal on pace right now, and both will not be yielding in their attack or defense. And this battle will be going on for quite a while, especially if Felipe Silveira is going to be able to get involved in this, as Rai Cooper behind them also trying to get a piece of that. Antonin Dobrovolska getting way closer to Mile Hatte now. Felipe Silveira also getting closer, but Rai Cooper, Oh, Felipe Silveira making a massive mistake. He's fallen way back. Ryan Cooper will be hoping that he can get ahead of Felipe Silveira into the next couple of corners. And in front of them, Antonin Dobrovolska still trying to go and get ahead of of Mile Hatter before he gets ahead of Pavel Moraev. But Antonin Dobrovolska getting a bit held up by Mile Hatter here. I feel like we are not seeing the full potential, the full pace of that car, of that driver. Antonin Dobrovolska just losing a bit of time as Mile Hatter, he's gone off, and so does Felipe Silveira. Both of them not gaining any time, if maybe even losing some, as Felipe Silveira is going to be, well, he's going to be on the back foot now, as Ry Cooper will be able to get closer. There is Charlie Kent, he's up into 4th place. Limpar Berthold and Mark Campen coming together. Here is Ry Cooper. It looks like he was involved in some sort of accident, because now he's way slower. And oh no, who is that? That is Britt Batista and Anthony Hussein coming together, it looks like. Britt Batista was and still is in 6th place, though now he might be falling down, as Pavel Moraev is going to be right on the back, and he tried to go down the inside. Sadly, there was just not enough time. And oh, Britt Batista! What happened there? Not absolutely spinning it into the wall in the car as well. In the best words you can put it, absolutely screwed up. At least he can still drive it pretty straight, but definitely not in the condition that he would want to in. Definitely not the condition that you want to be driving it in. Now, Felipe Silveira will be very close to Wilson Fernandez, who goes down the inside of Puon. And can he pull off this move? Yes, he does. So does Felipe Silveira in the background. Hold on. Felipe Silveira able to try and get on the inside here. Can try and go around the outside off the chicane. And ooh, Antonin Dobrovolski just defending very harshly and closing that door on the McLaren driver. And I just want to have a look. Whoa! There was a massive crash, because there was a beamer on the side of a track parked on the racing line, it looks like. More or less somebody had to try and steer away, but lost all traction and not able to hold it in anymore. Felipe Silveira ahead of Antonin Dobrovolska, who made a mistake. And we cut back to Charlie Kent. For some reason, this app really loves Charlie Kent so far. And here is Vladislav Alexievich in 5th place. Did not gain too many positions, I don't think. Actually, no, he did. 18 position gain. Wow. Antonin Dobrovolska, 3/10 away from Felipe Silveira, and he gave away the position. Wilson Fernandez now, he is trying to get ahead of Pavel Moraev, as he's got a back marker in front of him. And Pavel Moraev will not be too happy with that back marker at all. And look at that, the blue flag's been waved. He might be singing the blue flag song, but it's not helping him here at all. We've got Alfred Di Natale over here, but what we're really interested in is Wilson Fernandez, who's trying to go and overtake Pavel Moreira for 6th place. Britt Batiste tumbling down to 11th place, and I'm not sure if he'll be going into the pits to repair that damage, but if he does, he'll be falling way down. It's Wilson Fernandez now getting the better exit, as he's got way more torque, and he's in the slipstream now. Towards Blanchimont they go. He's not going to be able to make a move here, but he can try and set it up for the bus stop chicane. Is Pavel Moreira going to be covering the inside line? No, he won't. He feels that Wilson Fernandez is not going to go down the inside, and his hypothesis would be correct. Pavel Moreira keeping 6th place for now, as Mile Hatte getting passed by Britt Batiste for 10th place. Britt Batiste keeping that top 10 position. And we cut to Vladislav Alexievich yet again. And yeah, game, you're completely correct. There's nobody behind him, because he's so quick. He's 20 seconds ahead of Pavel Moreira. He's got a massive gap. But the person that doesn't have a massive gap is Pavel Moreira, as he's going to be getting bombarded over here by Wilson Fernandez, nearly making contact at the top of the hill, and Philip Silveira is going to be all over them, as he's going to be trying to go down the inside. No, Wilson Fernandez covering that. Not able to make the move on Pavel Moreira, but not letting Felipe Silveira through either. And Wilson Fernandez might be getting a bit frustrated. As, I think Pavel Moreira made a mistake, and Pavel Moreira, he's been taken out by Wilson Fernandez. Oh, and they both took each other out. Wilson Fernandez, massive damage on his car, and Pavel Moreira absolutely sideswiped into the wall. Oh, and that is terrible stuff. And that gives us the chance, though, to cut to Tom Brown, the Bean car, driving the Aston Martin. And that is absolutely awful. Driving standards probably the worst I've seen. Well, definitely not the worst I've seen. SRO. Actually, no, not SRO. Flexstream and VCO. Worst standards there. Definitely, hand on heart can say that. But yeah, no, I feel like mixing Spa, 50 or 60 cars, and sprint race is yeah, equals disaster. And Alexander Goltsov is getting closer to the back of Tom Brown. They're both driving in the Aston Martin, though. Alexander Goltsov just a bit quicker here. Here is Pavel Moreira just trying to limp his way back to the pits. And indeed, he does pull into the pits now. And Abe Santama, he's back into 16th place, it looks like. And Declan Bowler just getting closer and closer, itching towards Dmitry Boldarev. We cut back to Britt Batiste, looking behind him. He's got a bunch of damage on the car, but still able to get it back into 8th place, which is, well, great stuff for him. Yeah, doing good deeds for the Vgtr esport team. though it isn't a team event at all. They're still one of the best VGTR drivers on the grid right now. Alexander Goltsov ahead of Tom Brown. Now Tom Brown has got Alfred Di Natale behind him. And Kamil Taha into the pits as well. So is Philip Drazik. A lot of people having a lot of issues. And, well, we can definitely say the person who's had the best race so far is this person on the grid right now. Gediminas Jurgutis. 50 place gain. 5-0. He went from 59th. And he's now in 9th. So well done to the Lexus driver for climbing his way up, or actually surviving. Surviving it so far. Reckless driving. This is a game for too many, not fun. Yeah, well, definitely a lot of people not, let's put it lightly, not great, what is it called? Racecraft. Definitely not the best racecraft I've seen so far. But if you do want great racecraft, you should join our weekly races, which actually Season 8 is going to be coming out in about 2 to 3 weeks. It's going to be a 6-week race, a 6-week championship with AMs and pros. Also, the 6 hours of Brands Hatch. That has always got good. What has happened there? Gediminas Jurgutis spinning it on the top of Radalon and accidentally clipping Pavel Moraev. That was 1 in a million, I would say. I mean, Pavel Moraev sadly getting, you could call it even netcode by some standards. I like this commentary. You're hired, DM me. Well, I'm hired. Zach Sameril though, getting closer. Wait, no, he's not. He's not getting closer to Justin Sang. He's a whole 300 seconds behind. As we see Christian Muller's rear wing. And, well, you can't see anybody behind him. And I'm not sure he sees anybody in front of him either. Except a little battle in front of him. I feel like that was just a lapping attempt, as the only battle on the grid right now is Declan Bowler and Dmitry Boldyrev. It is the battle between the McLaren and the Lexus. The Lexus being also a pretty popular choice for this race so far. As you can see, a whole 4 Lexuses past the camera. Declan Bowler, I'm not sure, he's going to be getting way too close. But maybe he'll be hoping that Dmitry Boldyrev makes some mistake when he's lapping those cars ahead of him. And Siege Engine also getting close to Rom Bounce, the Honda on the grid, on the race, on the track. And Timo Thunetgut also getting pressured by a Lethal Brand behind, though making a bit of a mistake there. And able to breathe easy as he's heading up through a Rouge and up into Radalon. As Philip Drazik comes into the pits. Siege Engine getting closer to, again, Ram Bounce. Looks like Siege Engine actually getting, or having some better pace. He's doing, well, he's doing 221.3. Viardi Ram Bounce doing 220.5. Hold on. siege engine actually slower than Vgtr roundabouts. And Declan Balor finally getting the smell of Dmitry Boldarev in front of him, as look at that, he's gotten so much closer to the back of the Lexus and he's practically pushing him to go faster. And I'm not even sure you can hear me over the roar of that engine. As you can see, Declan Balor in front of Lethal Bread battling away, and what is Lethal Bread doing? He might be taken out. Oh, Declan Balor, he might have had a bit of a heart attack. I'm not sure what Lethal Bread is doing here at all. He's intervening between this battle for 10th or 9th place. Dmitry Boldarev getting passed by Declan Balor. And I'm not sure what he was doing at all. As we see Antonin Dobrovolska, 7th place. He's got nobody in front of him. He's got nobody behind him. But we can come back to Dmitry Boldarev, who is now pushing Declan Balor. That was definitely contact between the two as they were coming out of Les Sources. He's going to be pushing it up into a Rouge. And look at that, you can see the Lexus having a bit better power. And is he going to be trying to make a move down the inside, round the outside? And no, it is not going to be a valid move, even if he makes it here. Lethal Bread yet again getting into this battle. I'm not sure what a blue flagger is doing, intervening. But nevertheless, Dmitry Boldarev getting super close to Declan Balor. Are they going to be making a move here? No, they're not. But maybe a better exit out of the Lacombe chicane. He's got so much damage on that car. How is he able to keep it alive? How is he able to keep it straight? And how is he fighting for 9th place with such a scrumped up car? And well, there's your answer. He's not able to battle, and he's not able to keep it straight at all, as now he's got a lapped car in between them two. And yeah, Dmitry Boldarev definitely now noticing his issues and noticing the problems with his car, not able to do much to control it. And well, at this pace, he's going to be behind. What is that? Gediminas Jurgutis. Hans Koh, yet again, looking at his rear wing. Well, I guess you can, if you squint, you can probably see Christian Muller somewhere in the background, the number 18. But absolutely nothing. There is absolutely no challenge to him. He's pretty dominant on this track. Britt Batiste staying in 8th, and he's built a pretty massive gap to Declan Balor, and also pretty far behind Antonin Dobrovolska, who was in a massive battle with Felipe Silveira towards the start of this race, or towards the middle of this race. And we can just now have a look at how many cars have retired. Well, we started with 60. We are down to 41. 19 people not able to finish this race. May that be due to crashes, mechanical failures, or disconnects from the server. We'll never know. But 19 people not able to finish this race, that is quite a lot. But here we can see Luke Mason. He's very close to the back of Gediminas Jurgutis. Gediminas Jurgutis was locked to catch Dmitry Boldarev, but now Luke Mason might be trying to go around the outside here, and sadly there's not enough space there at all. And oh, Gediminas Jurgutis making a mistake. Oh, Luke Mason having a look down the inside. Gediminas Jurgutis not able to keep it straight at all, and now Luke Mason round the outside into No Name. Will he be able to get this position? No, he won't, but they're going to be going so close. And wow, what a battle this is. The last 11 minutes of this race, Luke Mason will be trying to set up a bit of a challenge into Puon. He's going to be going side by side. Lethal Bread is in front of him yet again to intervene within this battle. Luke Mason down the inside of Puon, and he's able to hold the position in front of Jedi-Yurgutis for 11th place. Lethal Bread going off to the side, letting this pair fight it out. Jedi-Yurgutis, sadly, nothing he can do in order to fight back the inevitable challenge from Luke Mason. Luke Mason only has one more position to go in order to get up into the top 10. And oh boy. He is only 1.5 seconds away from Dmitry Boldarev. And Dmitry Boldarev, as we saw, he's got quite a lot of damage, so I don't think this is going to be too hard for Luke Mason at all. He's got a pretty good car. What's going on up there? Is that Lethal Bread? Dmitry Boldarev getting spun out, and, well, I'm not even sure. I think that might have been with Yanis Pusmakans. It's Luke Mason now up into the top 10, probably where he wants to be. Jedi-Yurgutis, though, trying to get that position back, though I don't think he's going to be too successful with it, as he's already falling behind a whole 1.2 seconds. Siege Engine getting close to Sadie Corbin. Sadie Corbin getting close to Viardi Rambout. And Ganahari Hutama yet again in a battle, this time with Mile Hate for 17th place. And Mile Hate now, well, he's going to be feeling the pressure. It's Ganahari Hutama. Where's he going to go? He's going to go to the inside. He's going to be sending it into the bus stop chicane, and while Mile Hate looks like he's got so much damage, he's not going to be able to hold that position. Ganahari Hutama earning it for himself, as we cut to Hans Koh yet again. Nobody in front of him and nobody behind him. And you can stare at the Peniston Oils M6, I think that is. I feel like that is a BMW M6. And he's 26 seconds behind Kirill Mazaspin, who's going to be taking, well, for now, he's going to be taking pole position. Abe Santama able to get ahead of Justin Sang for 13th place. Hold on. While we were looking at this race, at all of this racing, Abe Santama able to get himself up into 13th place, and he's got Dmitry Boldarev, I think, just about in front of him, and that is going to be the Lexus, as far as I can remember, and there he is. Dmitry Boldarev right up here, Abe Santama just down here. Maybe there is still a chance for Abe Santama to get into the top 10. Now he's going to have to be pushing so hard. Declan Bowler now getting pressured by Luke Mason. Who is that in between them? That is another blue flag car. And Luke Mason's not going to be too happy with this. He's got the final 7 minutes to go here. What is that car? Able to just absolutely fly by them. Luke Mason. Oh, he is absolutely ruthless today. Absolutely a lion. An absolute lion. He is 10th right now. He's going to be heading and trying to get up into 9th place ahead of Declan Bowler. What is that move? Down the inside. There's a bit of contact, a bit of rubbing. But Declan Bowler, well, he has yielded the position. And Hans Koh, what is going on? Hans Koh. Oh no. Hans Koh being taken out, possibly from the race. and he has left the venue. And Kirill Mazepin, he is also in the pits. What's happened to him? Charlie Kent now gets 3rd place. And actually, he's going to be getting 2nd place. And Vladislav Alexievich is going to be getting 3rd place. Christian Muller, though, whoever was cheering for him, is going to be jumping up and down, since he has been able to take 1st place ahead of Hans Koh, who, for whatever reason, retiring from this race. He was on the side of the track. So in worst case scenario, he was taken out by a back marker. And there we go. Charlie Kent now up into 2nd place. Vladislav Alexievich up into 3rd. And everybody jumping up a position as Hans Koh now officially retires from this race. Is Polymeni still racing? Well, we can scroll through here. And I don't see them anywhere on my screen. Though I am partially blind in terms of seeing names. And no, I can say that they are not racing anymore, at least so far. Well, right now. As you can look at Antonin Dobrovolska, who is only 4/10 away from Kirill Mazepin, who, for whatever reason, came into the pits. Well, it could be for the reason that we see on Antonin Dobrovolska's car, a lot of damage. And, I don't know, Kirill Mazepin maybe had a lot of time to spare, because now he's able to just pull away from Antonin Dobrovolska. Kirill Mazepin might not be too happy that he missed out on the podium positions. Gennady Utama getting ahead of Enzo Santisiero, and Enzo Santisiero, well, not able to do anything there at all. He might have even got passed by the back marker, as Yanis Pusmakans getting close to Brendan Pierce. The last 4 minutes of this race, the last 3 minutes of this race actually, now coming to us. And Yanis Pusmakans able to get way more traction out of that car, and he's going to be pulling towards the inside of Brendan Pierce through Blanchimont. Is he going to be able to make the move? And yes, he will. What an absolute move. But hold on, Brendan Pierce able to get him around the outside and claim 17th place yet again. I'm sure that battle's quite over, as Abe Santama, as I said, he was going to have to be going so fast in order to get the top 10, and well, and there is our confirmation. Abe Santama ahead of Gediminas Jurgutis and up into the top 10 in this race. Nothing Gediminas Jurgutis could have done in order to keep that position, because the inevitable was to come. He just did not know. And as soon as I cut to see Genjin, he has had a massive spin. He's back on the track. He's off the track now, though. And that rear wing, well, it is anything but fixed on the car. And see Genjin deciding to leave the race. You can have a look at Mason Jensen, who is behind a BMW. And both of them cutting the track. I'm not sure why they're doing that, but I think that is Pocholo Domano actually in the BMW. As everybody else shifts up another position. And Mason Jensen just trying to lap what looks to be Pocholo Domano. Yes, it is Pocholo Domano making a bit of a mistake. If he wants to at least hang on to this lap. Otherwise, he'll be lapped by, what is that, 30th place. 35th getting lapped by 30th. I'm not sure if that's embarrassing or if that's just a bit humiliating. Both of those words are synonyms, by the way. as we have a look from the top-down view. Nobody else really having a battle right now except Yanis Pusmikans and Brendan Pears. They are battling away for 17th place as the last 40 seconds of this race roll on. And, well, Christian Muller is going to be starting his final lap. Or actually, he might even finish this race before the clock runs out, or after the clock runs out. He's gonna cross the line when it hits 000. That's what's gonna happen. As we can have a look at Christian Muller. And there he is. The clock coming to 2 seconds. 1 second, 000. And Christian Muller is now gonna come across the line to finish this race in first. What an absolute drive by the Audi driver, inheriting the lead from Hans Koh, who had to retire from this race, and, well, following closely behind Charlie Kent in the M6 with the Laris Biscuit and the Peniston Oil livery. Very good livery, by the way. Charlie Kent is going to be coming across the line in any time now to claim the runner-up spot. Though the runner-up spot in this race, very, very prestigious, as that means that you were able to survive 1 hour of crashes and chaos and everything. And you can have a look. Charlie Kent coming across the line to finish in second place, and Vladislav Alexievich going to be crossing the line in third to finish off this podium. Wow, what an absolute race. And you can have a look at the donuts being created by Pocholo Domano from the top. Everybody doing a lot of donuts. We can actually have a look from the top. Look at all of this. Beautiful donuts, beautiful donuts. Wow. What an absolute race. Congratulations to everybody who finished the race. I definitely wouldn't be able to finish this race. But thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next week for the Monza finale, where we'll see the Pro Champion being revealed. Is it going to be Ben Langford? Is it going to be Abe Santamore? Or is it going to be Mika Rakola taking the Pro Championship trophy? And also the 6 hours of branch hatch is on 2 weeks. So stay tuned for that. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And I see you all next time.